What if everyone told you that your time was running out? What if the world kept saying you were late, while your life kept getting better? And what if happiness arrived only when you stopped chasing timelines that were never meant for you? When I graduated at 23, people around me were already getting engaged, planning weddings, and choosing apartments for two. I didn't feel that pressure at first. I was young, broke, ambitious, and hungry to learn. I took the first job I could get, then grabbed another part-time job at night. My days were long and exhausting. My feet ached every night, and my brain burned from learning new skills. But I felt alive because everything I worked for was shaping my future. Some relatives would ask, "Do you have a boyfriend yet?" Others said, "You're getting older, don't wait too long." I smiled politely, but inside I thought, I barely sleep 5 hours a night. Where do you expect me to find a husband? My coworkers dated, broke up, got back together, and got engaged. I watched and told myself I would love when I was ready. I kept working, saving little by little, making mistakes, growing up quietly. I wasn't rushing, but I also wasn't drifting. I had a direction, even if no one else saw it. And slowly, my life started to take shape in a way that was completely my own. When I turned 25, it felt like every weekend was a wedding. Invitations stacked on my fridge. My social media feed turned into a slideshow of rings, bouquets, and baby bumps. I was happy for everyone, but I didn't feel the spark inside myself yet. My career was finally moving forward, and my salary had doubled. I learned how to manage a team, how to stay calm under pressure, and how to solve problems that once scared me. I dated here and there, but nothing felt right. I didn't want to force a future with someone just because everyone else already had one. I wanted a relationship built on timing, respect, and peace, not panic. When people asked, "When are you getting married?" I would laugh and say, "When I stop enjoying my freedom." But sometimes, late at night, a tiny voice whispered, "Are you falling behind?" I pushed that voice aside and kept building. By choosing myself first, I was learning a kind of strength no one could take away. When I turned 29, my life was stable. I had a good job, a side business, and savings that made me feel safe. I bought a small apartment on my own, a dream I didn't even dare to think about at 23. Around that time, I was in a long-term relationship with a man I planned to marry. He was charming, confident, and sweet, until he wasn't. One day, I discovered he had been seeing someone else. The shock hit hard. My chest tightened. My hands shook. But the strange thing was, the sadness didn't destroy me. Not this time. I cried for a few days, but I didn't break. I had a home. I had savings. I had a career. I had a life. The pain hurt, but it didn't ruin me. And for the first time, I realized something powerful. Having your own life is the best protection from heartbreak. That new year, relatives whispered that I was too picky, too old, or too career-focused. I smiled and kept living. I told myself, I will love again when it feels safe. At 30, my bank account looked healthier than ever. My job was stable. My side business was growing. I could finally breathe without counting every dollar. Meanwhile, friends my age were dealing with childcare, mortgages, or divorces. Some were happy. Some were tired. Some envied my freedom. My parents shifted, too. When I was younger, they worried I would end up alone. But now they saw the life I had built, my apartment, my savings, my confidence. One day my dad joked, "We're not afraid you won't find a husband. We're afraid you'll choose the wrong one." I laughed, but his words stayed with me. I realized people who genuinely love you don't care about you getting married fast. They care about you being safe and happy. And that was exactly the life I was building for myself, step by step, day by day. At 31, I finally bought my own car. It wasn't fancy, but it was mine. That spring, I met someone new, a man a year younger, calm, steady, patient, and honest. He wasn't the loud type or the show-off kind. He listened more than he spoke. He respected my work, my past, and my pace. We dated slowly, gently, without pressure. I planned to date him for another year or two before thinking about marriage. I still wanted to save more money. I still wanted a little more time. But life had other plans. I found out I was pregnant. I cried, not from fear, but from a strange mix of surprise and softness. His family didn't warm up to me at first because I was older. But over time, they changed. They saw how hard I worked, how I lived, how I took care of myself. One day his mother said, "You've done everything alone for so long. That's not easy." And in her voice, I heard acceptance. Now, at 32, my life feels calm in a way it never did in my 20s. I'm not living a fairy tale. I still work hard. I still worry. I still have fears about becoming a mother. But I'm not lost. I'm not running. I'm not comparing myself to anyone. I'm choosing a slow, steady kind of happiness, the happiness I built with my own hands. I learned that life doesn't reward the fastest person. It rewards the person who knows where they're going. I learned that love is sweeter when you're not looking for someone to complete you. You arrive whole, and you choose each other. And most importantly, I learned this. No promise is more comforting than the balance in your own bank account. Some people find love early. Some find it late. Some never find it, but build beautiful lives anyway. As for me, I found peace at my own pace. I wouldn't trade this timing for anything.